11 legs. A very interesting section of the draw. Of course, we are into the last 16, so we now have to look to different boards to see who their
85
potential opponent could be. And providing they get through this game, they'd be up against either Christoph Ratajski or Ross Smith, who's having another good, solid run today. He's having an excellent autumn series. Clayton leaves double 18, anticipating a possible chance. That's 8, so 57. Tops for Ryan Searle.
Game shot.
And look at that. For someone who can't see very well, it's all about muscle memory and the ability to see something at least in order to hit it.
140.
What a player Ryan Searle has become in the last 2 years.
86.
It's almost 2 years since he made his first Pro Tour final, where he lost to Nathan Aspinall. Who's to say that if Ryan Searle
55
won that game, which was 6-5 to Aspinall, he could have gone on to do what
21.
Nathan Aspinall has done, but he's carved out his own piece of history since by getting his first title, and that was earlier this year before lockdown.
114.
And he did so by beating Michael van Gerwen in the final.
139.
We may have just seen Jonny Clayton
98.
prove that he can count if he's shown the way. More often than not, we've talked about Jonny Clayton's proclivity of
97.
going for the wrong shots on approach, but that approach he had from 300 plus there just goes to show that he may be getting the hang of some of these newfangled ways of leaving it out. 54 leaves double 8.
Game shot.
Oh, more quality. 14 darter there from Jonny Clayton. And this game is proving to be very, very tidy.
$100.
In the other games, you have Devin Peterson 4-3 up on Jermaine Watamina, which is some game right now. Going to be a lot of 180s in that one. Danny Noppert is 3-0 up on Nathan Aspinall right now. And over on the other stream board, Joe Cullen has just taken the lead against Peter Wright, 3-2. James Wade has recovered from 2-0 down to draw level at 2-2 with Dirk Telnikes, who finds himself in the last 16. Peterson's just gone 5-3 up, so he's closer to the quarterfinal than the Dutchman.
140.
Nothing but ton plus scores in this leg. Advantage Searle on 1-2-1 after 9. Can Jonny get in front? Yes, he can. Something a bit more manageable. Will he get the chance? I don't know. I know now. 1-2-1 out to complete that 12 darter. Wonderful stuff from Searle. Heavy metal saying to the ferret, if you want to break my throw, you're going to need a 9.
59.
I've had a 9 today from Wade, who's still doing very, very well. Getawin Price has just gone 4-0 up on Ryan Murray, who came through a really, really tight battle with Scott Waits in the last 32. And he may be feeling the pinch at this point, the Scotsman against the 45. Iceman, who has gone a bit bananas in the first 4 legs. Like I mentioned, the winner of this one will play
100
against Ratajski or Smith. That's currently at 2-2, which is what this game could be if Jonny Clayton wins this leg.
180.
Much needed maximum there from Jonny Clayton. He was languished a bit there, but here comes Searle.
138.
I really, really like that switch on the last dart. taking the 8 off the end of the score.
49.
But this time, Jonny Clayton gets it wrong. Getting it very right is
120.
Ryan Searle, who was thinking ton and a visit for tops, but he got the bonus of a shot at 10s for another 12. And that would have made
100.
8 consecutive ton-plus scores in 2 legs. He's on some sort of form here, Ryan Searle.
Game shot.
Who seals a 3-1 lead. Gets himself to the halfway point, and he's looking very, very good. Nobody is going to hold any fear for him.
57.
In a season where you've won, admittedly, it's been interrupted. But it doesn't seem to have done him any harm.
100.
I wonder how much hair he actually grew during lockdown, whether he did have a trim or not.
131.
Clayton is in trouble. And he may have to find another level in this game if he's going to stay alive.
97.
He may have to find some of the form that he showed in his very first game of the day, where he averaged
100.
over 112 against Jeff Smith of Canada. The crazy thing is, Jonny Clayton's averaging 109 in this
100.
match. Searle is doing a Wade, averaging 10 less than that.
101.
Needs to find a couple of trebles here. The glance
100.
to the right, and then doesn't change the rhythm, doesn't get the second treble. By
48.
virtue of that, Clayton will only get one shot at a double at best. Needs that 54. Overpitched. You see a hungry Searle in the background, and you have a
34.
sighing Ferret. After that miss at the 54, can Searle extend the lead? Well, that is a
11 score.
huge miss. Treble 16 or treble 8 would have done, but I can't remember the last time I saw someone hit an 11 in that spot.
Game shot.
But he doesn't stop. Wow, when he gets the rhythm right, borderline inevitable when he leaves himself on one dart at tops. He's just so confident and so good right now.
44.
And that may have something to do with a win in the last round against the ever dangerous Glenn Durrant, who did miss one match dart against Ryan Searle in the 11th leg. Ryan sitting on a very doable 2-darter as Glenn Durrant was on 143,
100.
hit the 60, hit the 51, and went inside the double 16, and Ryan cleaned up to get himself into this
43.
match. Taking full advantage of it right now. Gedwin Price has bageled Ryan Murray with a 105 average. He will feel very, very good about his chances in the quarterfinals and potentially beyond.
174.
Searle feeling very good about his chances in this one. He has pummeled Jonny
59.
Clayton at the right times. Whenever he's had a slack dart, he's recovered every time.
78.
And that's a decent recovery here. Clayton may have to take this 158 to stand any chance. He was hoping it was in, but it's not.
134.
And the leg is out of his hands for now. One dart at tops.
26.
This time he overpitches it. He does lean into that third dart. But Clayton
Game shot.
gets double 12 to possibly start the fight back. An ironic celebration, a pursing of the lips from the Ferret.
134.
Hasn't played poorly in this match. He's just had to withstand a bit of a barrage from heavy metal. Joe Cullen is 5-4 up
100.
on Peter Wright on the other stream board with Chris Murphy commentating there.
100.
Peter Wright has already dodged a bullet today, winning against Matthew Edgar 6-5. Devin Peterson is through to the quarterfinals via a 6-3 win over Jermaine Watermina.
100.
The scourge of the Dutch today, Devin Peterson, taking out MVG 6-0 and now Watermina 6-3. James Wade and Dirk Tilnikes are now 4-all. That game is falling into James Wade territory. Terrific visit from Jonny Clayton. That is how you time a 180. I can only think of one better way to time one, and that's if you're on 220, which Ryan was. He can't get the maximum, so Clayton is favourite for this leg. Bullseye.
96.
Wire shaver. Can Ryan break the ferret's heart?
80.
And second time in a row, he's overpitched on tops, and Clayton can clean up. 88. Big dart.
17.
Big miss. Clayton visibly struggling with the heat. 10. Oh, that is a huge shot from Ryan Searle. He gives the apology to Jonny Clayton. I'm not sure why, but that stems the tide and gives Ryan Searle lots of chances to get through to the quarters, where he would join Joe Cullen,
100.
who was just taking out Peter Wright in quite the game, averaging 112 to Peter Wright's 106.
60.
You may not see a better game average-wise all day long. Telnikes has just taken the lead against Wade, 5-4 there.
60.
Can Searle maintain his level of performance,
46.
which for me has slipped in the last few legs, but when he's had chances, he's taken them. Throughout this entire match, Clayton has had the better average,
100.
but has been behind the whole time. That's where the phrase averages lie comes from. I never really understood what that meant until I picked up the microphone and started watching a lot more games on the PDC Pro Tour.
97.
I wouldn't have blamed Ryan Searle to switch there, because the single would have left 156 downstairs instead of 155. But the 144 for Clayton goes begging. He knows that Ryan is getting his first crack to finish this
88.
thing. 57. Missed.
139.
Clayton needs this. Can't afford to miss.
Game shot.
Doesn't miss. Good knife edge stuff there from the ferret, who stays alive. And you just don't know from here. He can be very streaky, Jonny Clayton. We saw that
97.
at the UK Open, remember, when he got that 9-darter on stage 2. He's so hot, he's tucked his collar under his shirt. Strong look, I like it.
180.
It's working.
$180.
Working for both players. If you want to stay tuned on this board for
60.
the next match, it will be Ghetto and Price. against the winner of William O'Connor and Mensa Sulevic.
60.
And currently, that is 3-1 to the Irishman. So that game waiting to be sealed for your entertainment.
45.
The other board will see Devin Peterson
84.
going up against Nathan Aspinall or Danny Noppert, which is now 4-4. But it's very likely that Ryan Searle is going to get through this one.
$100.
You just don't know. If he misses this, Clayton can pounce. That's tricky. That's excellent. That's the job done as Ryan Searle gets it in somewhat unconventional manner. Clayton can't take the heat, but heavy metal is not melting yet. The man who won earlier in the year is still smiling. He may have to return to the stream board for the semis potentially, but he'll have to take care of the quarters first. Stay with us on the stream boards to see what happens in the quarterfinals as they kick off very, very soon. Stay with us.